January, and you know what that means.
The weather is shit. It's dark at 4 o'clock. Dry January. Diets. Veganuary?
No, even less fun than all of that. It means self-assessment tax return day is upon us. And this week, we are tackling this very big subject of self-care around money. I'm Nicole Goodman.
And I'm Laura Mishcon, and this is Self-Care Club. Financial self-care is a form of self-care that focuses on financial wellness, i.e. taking better care of ourselves financially. Don't fall asleep.
You talking to me?
Talking to you and the listeners. This may not sound fun.
It's not.
But do you know what else isn't fun? Worrying about debt, paying bills, and
that's really
stress.
That's really not fun.
No.
It's not fun. You're right. It's not fun.
Being under financial stress day after day can have a serious impact on your mental, physical and emotional health. It can lead to depression, insomnia, anxiety and headaches. And as your stress builds up, your relationships suffer, your blood pressure mounts and your immune system weakens. And it's easy to become trapped in a negative spiral when money worries take over. So, if you want to develop a healthy financial habit and positive money mindset, you need to start taking care of your financial well-being. Being in control is going to help you feel less stressed and more empowered.
Okay. All right, I'm in.
Okay.
I'm in. I've been a bit on the fence about this, haven't I?
You have.
Okay, I've been very on the fence about this. Financial stress makes us emotionally brittle. For many people, the emotional weight of finances exists even with only moderate debt and an okay credit score, says Melissa Pancoast, the founder and CEO of The Beans, a financial care app created to help alleviate money-induced stress. In fact, according to a recent study from the American Psychological Association, 72% of Americans reported feeling stressed about money at some point during the last month.
High. That's high.
Enormously high.
Yeah.
Finances are the number one cause of divorce in America.
Wow. High.
Jesus. They're a major predictor of heart disease and reduced outcomes for other illnesses. Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow. Panko says, what's hard is we don't always know it's the money that's eating away at us. Or worse, we're so wired to avoid thinking about money that we blame our feelings on other things. Jesus. The first step towards better financial health is examining your own behaviour when it comes to money. Example, is your debt keeping you up at night? Does a fleeting thought about your bank balance leave you irritable for the rest of the day? Yes. Lauren's nodding. Lauren is nodding. Sometimes I don't look at it because I know I'm already in a bad mood. And I think if I look at my bank balance, it's just going to put me in a worse mood and then I'm never going to get out of it. So it's total avoidance. Are you arguing with loved ones about money all the time? Financial trauma is a real, actual thing. And if avoidance is your coping mechanism, then it's time to stop and tackle it.
Just like looking after your physical and mental well-being, financial self-care is all about cultivating good habits that help you achieve your financial goals. Maybe you want to save money or budget better or manage your debts. Financial self-care is a way to take control of this stuff. When you prioritize good money management and build financial self-care into your routines, your well-being is also going to improve. Money can feel intimidating because many of us lack a basic financial education. It's unlikely you learnt about money management in school, and maybe your parents didn't sit you down and explain interest rates to you either. But you can teach yourself the basics. Knowledge is power, and it's good to boost your financial literacy. Listen to financial or money-related podcasts and do some research.
Setting up your financial self-care routine can be as easy as talking openly about your financial issues instead of keeping them to yourself. And the good news is that in just 30 minutes a week, you can start to have a positive impact on your financial well-being. However you choose to set up your financial self-care routine, you'll start to notice results fast. And as always at Self-Care Club, we like to get practical.
Yes.
Well, Lauren likes to get practical more than I do.
I do. But very practical person.
But it is very important. So here are some quick, easy tips on how to start.
And when we do these tips, I also want to know which ones you and I do already out of these things.
Okay.
Number one, check your bank balance regularly.
Yes.
Do you? I do.
I never used to.
Oh, really?
This is a fairly new thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you do it on an app?
Yeah.
Okay.
How else do you do it?
I don't know. There used to be a whole login, or you could call. You would call the number and it would read you.
Or you wait for your monthly statement.
Your monthly
Remember,
statement.
That used to come through the post.
Well, before the app, I would ring the bank and then it tells you your balance on the phone. An automated computer tells you your balance on the phone.
Maybe that's why I've only started doing it recently.
Because there's an app.
Because I would never make the phone call.
So most banks have an
easy.
app. You can check your balance anytime on your phone. It's the best way to track your spending and to spot any irregular. Can I say that word today? Irregularities or fraudulent transactions. According to research, only 1 in 5 of us check our accounts daily and 4% never check them at all.
I can believe that. I can believe that.
Wow. So just take a few minutes, log into your account, scan your debits and your balances, make sure everything's healthy.
Okay, great. Right,
okay?
fine. We do that.
Easy.
That's fine. That's done. Tick. Create financial goals.
Yeah.
So inspiring goals are a great way to stay motivated. So you're more likely to stay committed. Mm-hmm. Take 10 minutes to write down your short and long-term financial goals. Do you do this? I do not do this.
I haven't done it, but I've done something in our practice that is similar to this because our guest gave us a practice to do.
No, but do you do this before this week?
No, I have never done this.
So just be specific about what your financial goals are and how you're going to achieve them, whether you're aiming to pay off a student loan, put a deposit down on your first home, or just save for an amazing dress or a rainy day. Make sure your goals are specific and achievable within your set time frame.
Okay.
So that's quite a good one, actually, because if you've seen something in the shops,
yeah,
and like I know at the end of this year, we're hosting a big party.
Yes.
And I'm going to want a dress. I'm going to want a nice dress. Yeah. So it has been in the back of my mind to start putting some money away for that nice dress.
Okay.
So that's a financial goal, right?
Definitely.
Okay. It doesn't have to be like a big, we're saving for a house or we're saving for private school fees, or it doesn't have to be a big thing.
You know what? Christmas was such an expense this year because my husband's birthday is also the week before Christmas. So I have that plus Christmas.
Presumably that's every year.
It's every year. It's the same date every year.
Because you said Christmas was expensive this year.
Well, no, I don't know why, but it felt particularly expensive this year.
I know why.
So I just decided that it would be a good idea if I just put away £10 a week this whole year in a separate account. By Christmas, I'd have a whole pot of money that I wouldn't really miss because it's just £10 a week. But I have this big pot for Christmas and it wouldn't be such a stress. So that was sort of my financial goal for this year.
So that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Maybe we should both do that and then we'll both have £520. I'll have that spent on a lovely dress.
And I'll have it to put towards Christmas.
Yeah.
I think we should do that.
I think we should do that.
Okay. Number 3, know your income and your monthly outgoings and keep tabs on them. Make a monthly inventory so you know exactly what is coming in and coming out. I know it's boring.
I know it's boring, but it's obviously of course it's so necessary. Do you do this?
I have done it before.
No,
I haven't.
Do you do it?
I don't do it right now because I know the answer, but I have done it. And we did it when we were having, a long time ago, but we did it when we were having our first baby because we needed to plan for the nursery and buy all the furniture and know what was going in, what was going out, what my maternity pay was going to be. So we have sat down and done this.
Well, that was 18 years ago.
It was.
Quite a long time
there
ago.
are loads and loads
Sure, your
of
finances have changed since then.
Thank God. There are loads of apps that can help you with this. You need to include every penny of your income and every penny of spending, including your daily coffee.
I just can't deal with that.
I know. Look at ways you can reduce the small outgoings that over the course of a month really build up. List all your debts. Include all the payment dates so you don't fall behind. Look at your credit card bill. Take a long, hard look at your spending habits and your triggers. Are you an impulse spender? Do you spend when you're miserable? Do you?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
If what you see isn't particularly favourable, don't be hard on yourself. Just try to start taking control of your money and find ways to get back on track. So that, I think, is the hardest one of all of them.
Why?
Because there's a lot in there and I think a lot of people don't want to look at their spending habits.
It just makes me feel so uncomfortable. It's like a visceral reaction.
Why does
terrible.
it? Why does it make you feel uncomfortable? Because you don't want to look at it. You don't want to change it.
I definitely don't want to look at it. But then I think, but why? It's not like it's so... I don't have debts.
You're not gambling.
No, I mean, we have a mortgage and stuff, but I'm not gambling. I don't have credit cards. I'm not like... There isn't owed money everywhere that I don't know about. There's none of that going on. I don't know. It's very odd.
Okay.
You can create a budget.
Yep.
Yes, it sounds very boring, but trust us, or Lauren, it will do more good than watching another episode of Emily in Paris on Netflix. It's so rubbish, Emily in Paris.
I know, it's crap.
I actually can't get through it.
I stopped. Even I stopped, and believe me, I can watch vacuous content.
There you go. That is so can I.
If I'm stopping, it's time to stop.
I started on Real Housewives of Cheshire. Need I say?
Oh my
more?
God!
Yeah,
because you're scraping there.
I am scraping. I know I'm scraping.
You're waiting for Jersey to come back.
I'm so up to
We're
date
all
with the
desperate.
Housewives. There's like 16 seasons, and I'm thinking maybe I could just get into it, but it is trying to get into it.
You could literally study for a PhD in finances with the amount of time you watch Real Housewives.
Oh, I thought. Right, you know what I was going to say.
What?
Do you ever think, this is so off the subject, that if you had to choose what your chosen subject would be if you went on Mastermind?
Yeah.
What would yours be? Well, mine is Real Housewives.
Is it really?
I think so. Or Friends.
I was going to say Friends. But then if they give me some real random question about what is the name of Gunther's mother, I'll be like, oh, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, same. I've thought of that. That's why I've gone to Real Housewives now. Anyway, we digress.
Okay.
So create a budget. Make sure you include all expenses, travel, utilities, subscriptions.
Yes.
Rent/mortgage, insurance for your car, pet food even. Try and automate all your payments on a direct debit and look at paying monthly rather than annually for bigger bills. Why? Does that save you money?
Yeah. Well, no, sometimes it's cheaper if you actually
Like
pay
Martin
it all.
Lewis. I'm like
Thank
Martin
you.
Lewis here.
Sometimes you do get money off if you pay it all in one go, but if you're trying to budget and try and keep things even every month, it might be easier for you to do it monthly.
Look, there are lots of budgeting apps.
Loads.
to help.
Loads.
So make sure you try them.
You don't have to do it alone, basically.
Or take our word for it.
No.
Yeah. And only borrow when you can afford to. That's point number 5. Credit cards and loans can impact your credit score and give you a full sense of how much you actually have. Make sure you read all of the small print. I mean, who does that? But make sure you do and understand exactly what you will be paying back, and make sure you keep your repayments up and make them on time.
Now, this is a sticky point. It is for me in particular, and I think lots of women of our age, and there was a very interesting chat that Mother Pucker did with a woman who got herself into horrendous credit card debt. And there was a time when they were desperately trying to give you store cards. Do you remember all the store cards?
Yeah.
Topshop, House of Fraser, all of those.
Yeah.
And I definitely, age 18, was in that spiral. Because you would go in, you're 18, you see the trousers, you buy the trousers, you stick them on the House of Fraser card, the Topshop card. Well, you don't really think about, shit, I've got to pay that back. And I managed to rack myself up a nice little chunk of debt. Yeah, I really did. Number 6, focus on getting rid of debt. Debt is likely part of your life, but it can also cause a lot of worry. And I definitely did experience that when I was younger, and it's horrible. Thanks to interest charges, debt can mount and it can be hard to pay off, and it's not a fun cycle. So when you do have some extra money that you might want to spend on a new outfit or a weekend away, you could use some of it to pay off some debt and be a step closer to eliminating some money stress from your life. Getting rid of debt can be a key aspect of financial self-care, and it can boost your peace of mind.
Spend in alignment with your core values and your personality. I like this.
Yes.
Ensure you are spending money on a life you truly want and not what you think you want. If you are feeling as if you can't compete with other people's lifestyles, it may be that your comparison framework is skewed. So unfollow people or brands on social media that make you feel less than, and stop watching reality TV that makes you feel like you are somehow deprived.
What, so like when the Real Housewives are living in their 18-bedroom mansions, and then they just go shopping, and then they go skiing in Aspen, and then
they
buy
always show them in a shop what they're spending.
$10,000 ring in the shop in Aspen. Does that make you feel deprived?
No, I love it. It doesn't make me feel deprived at all. I just think it is so ridiculous because it's just a completely different world, which is just so not part of my world. And I love the vulgarity of it. I do. Just watching it. I do. I find it glamorous and ridiculous and silly, and it's just escapism.
But can you see why other women, maybe younger girls, might see it and feel like...
But that's like seeing a skinnier girl in a bikini and comparing yourself to her. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It can be a very empowering mindset to adopt, to just spend in alignment with your core values and personality. Economists used to think that all pounds are worth the same, meaning a pound spent on a book is the same as a pound spent on a concert. But new research says that that's not true. If you're a bookworm, then obviously you're going to get much more joy from the book than you would the concert. So spend according to the things that you want and the things that bring you joy. Like, for example, let's just give this a bit of context. My gym membership is very expensive, right? It's the most expensive outgoing I have every month.
Yeah.
But obviously I love it, and I go every day, and it brings so much to my life.
Well, it's like the key to your self-care.
Yes.
It really is.
Absolutely is. So if you were spending that money on the same gym.
Yeah. Am I going? Am I actually turning up?
No, but you would really resent spending that money.
God. And also I wouldn't go.
Right. So, and I don't. I love it. So that's what it's talking about, spending according to your... And by the way, this gym is more expensive than most other gyms. And it's not because I like throwing money away, but it's because I get so much from it.
Yeah.
So even if I went and spent... I think it's £80 cheaper to go to the David Lloyd, which is a health club, and you've got a spa, and you've got... Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So you get a lot more for your money. But I wouldn't.
Yeah. So basically, you are recognizing what your money can do for you rather than feeling deprived, rather than feeling, oh my God, that's going out of my account every month. That's a big chunk. You're like, wow, this is great because my money can pay for this gym membership, and that gives me so much pleasure and joy and is my self-care and is what I do.
Yeah. And I feel so grateful that I can go there.
Yeah.